All right, so I'm on my way to a thrift store here at lunchtime. I'm hoping to get a few good deals. I'm a little late. It's probably gonna be about 45 minutes after they open when I get there. But, you know, we're gonna see what happens. I have high hopes. Beautiful weather out today. But other than that, I'm gonna check back in with you guys after this store, and I'm probably gonna hit another one right before I go back to my main job. And just, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back at this other spot. It's about 5 miles away from work. I'm gonna make this quick because the last spot took a little bit longer than I anticipated. I did pick up a pair of golf shoes, a nice baseball bat that should get about $100 for, and then a couple of shirts and jerseys and stuff that I can show you guys later. But let's go ahead and head on here and see what happens. Wow, that was crazy. Got a few things. A lot of things I ended up not getting because I didn't think it was worth it, but in the end it's definitely pretty sweet. Got this thing right here, had a discount on it so I didn't pay much, but I'll probably get $30 for it. All right, back to work. So I'm not overly upset about it, but really wasn't a whole lot of great stuff. But the David Yurman box, there's a couple sold for 30 to 40 bucks. There's actually two that sold for 50. And so that's the one that I think is gonna be a big hitter. I paid up on some golf shoes that were basically not worn. And I got a couple lacrosse pennies to sell. UVA is a big one, so I'm pretty pumped about that. I got a Penn State one too that they usually sell for like 30. So I'm excited about that too. All right, so let's jump into this video. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the channel again, if you're returning. If not, my name's Bobby. I'm a part-time reseller in Northern Virginia. Mainly do, storage units on auction. I do a lot of thrift store visits around the area, and then some retail arbitrage when I do see the opportunities. So that includes like Walmart clearance, Target clearance, or the TJ Maxx areas. Okay, so, whoa, a little wobbly. All right, so first thing here is a Texas Longhorn jacket. Color's pretty spot on, that orange from Texas. And then on the back, real nice. I think that's called Tackle Twill. Pick this up. I'm still getting my 20% off at all the Goodwills, so that's pretty cool. Lacrosse pennies or jerseys, blue and then white on the inside. Got that one for UVA, which UVA is a really big lacrosse school, and then I got a Penn State one as well. Next one, I'm pretty sure this is a Minnesota Wild. It's kind of like a jersey hoodie. It's got a hood on it. Got a Washington Capitals jersey, just a blank one, no one's on the back. size small. So this one should be, I mean, we're kind of, they just lost in the playoffs, but I think they'll be all right. This will sell. I mean, Washington Capitol stuff sells quite a bit. So Levi Strauss, it's a faux leather, like a motorcycle jacket, size medium, women's medium. I saw comps online. They're going for, I don't know, roughly like $50, around there. All right, so let's go into some of the hard goods that I picked up. So, in my first video, I told you how I always try to sell letters. Here's a really cool wooden E that I picked up. A little distressed here on the bottom and kind of like around the edges. I just sold 2 E's, a metal one and a wooden one, in the last month on Etsy. Because I do a lot of stuff on Etsy as well. And so I know that's gonna sell. That's an easy sell. I found a couple like vintage models. So one of them is it's the Blue Angels. And this is a pretty cool one, the USS Arizona battleship. Comps on these are pretty good too. I looked this one up. I didn't look the other one up, but I looked this one up, and I can get about $40 for it probably, plus shipping. David Yurman box. It's empty, but this is almost like, as nice as a jewelry box. It's got a little compartment inside that comes out, so it's pretty cool. Picked up, this was kind of sentimental to me. This is one of the models that I used when I was in high school when I was playing. It's a TPX. It's TPX Gen 1. So these are going, anywhere from like $100 to about 75. So that was an easy pickup. It was $2. Ended up being probably $1.50 for me with my discount. I actually found 3 pairs of golf shoes. Okay, so here's some FootJoys. These are women's FootJoys. Pretty good condition. I've already cleaned these up. You can tell they're still kind of wet. Then here's another pair of men's FootJoys. Really good condition. Just simple white. Nothing special about them. Kind of cool carbon fiber on the back. So that's why I picked them up. And then these, I kind of paid up for these. So these are brand new Adidas Power Band golf shoes. And they are new without box. There is not a single scuff. Some of the spikes do have a little bit of dirt on them, but I'm just gonna say they're new without box. The main reason I want to do this video is that people are posting their eBay 90-day total on their Instagram accounts. And it's kind of like a humble brag, like if you can get up to a certain point. So mine's only around $7,000 for my 90-day total, but that doesn't include any of my Facebook sales. So if you were to actually roll in my Facebook sales, I think I'm about 10 to 11 grand 90-day total. And it's pretty interesting to think about that, because Facebook's doing a huge push right now to kind of get past eBay and kind of steal some of that. And I can tell you right now, in my personal sales, I am doing much more business on Facebook in the last 2 months than I am on eBay. Now, Facebook did do a kind of a thing through May, the month of May, where they were offering free shipping. They were paying the shipping on everything. So the buyer didn't cover it and the seller didn't cover it. And I want to say it was up to, there was a cap, a cumulative cap that you had to stay under. And I did quite a bit of sales there. But then when that ended, I still am selling pretty well on Facebook. And so for the most part, what I like to do, I've kind of mentioned this in the past, what I like to do is I typically like to schedule all of my eBay listings. And so there is a podcast I listened to, and I don't recall the name of it right away, but what they talked about was you want to post on eBay every day, and you want action every single day. So that includes posting, that includes offers, like responding to offers, or even like making adjustments to your items and taking new photos and this and that. And I guess there's an algorithm that eBay really likes people who are always active. So what I do is I like to schedule my stuff. So like today I took pictures of all this stuff. And so what I'll end up doing is I will spread these postings throughout the next week. Because right now I already have postings that go through the weekend. So this will be all for next week. But then what I do is I post everything right away on Facebook. And there's 2 reasons I do that. So one, obviously I talked in the past, Josh from Harry Tornado basically kind of broke it down pretty simple. There's a fraction active users on eBay versus what the active users are on Facebook. And everyone has a Facebook, everyone loves to use Facebook. So that's kind of like, I post everything over on Facebook right away, and then I schedule it. So then I'm cross-posting for the most part. Basically, what's happening is it's benefiting the sellers also that are doing the same thing I'm doing, because on Facebook, it's only a 5% listing fee or final value fee with a $0 listing fee. Whereas, eBay is charging a listing fee unless you get the free listings. And then they're also taking, what was it, like 10%. And then that's just, it's too much to be given away. That's kind of like what I'm doing. And what I want to kind of walk through now is kind of show you my breakdown. I'm going to start in January and just kind of walk my way through and just kind of show you how things have been going. Okay, so here's a quick chart that kind of shows you exactly what I was kind of explaining earlier. So it wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was, but you can tell, the month of May where, Facebook was giving a deal on shipping, and I ended up selling a little bit more than that. But then so far in the month of June, I've really sold more than double on eBay. And I think what I might try to start doing is kind of slow rolling that a little bit. I am getting the sales, but then at the same time, I am losing quite a bit of money by, listing everything on eBay or selling everything. This is my cumulative since January. As you can tell, I really didn't get into Facebook until the March timeframe. It was towards the end of March. I had a coworker who kind of mentioned to me, hey, they're doing shipping on Facebook now, you should try it out. And then there was a bunch of incentives built in, and I ended up trying it out. And so far, you can tell it's definitely growing. Cumulatively, it's growing. And that's the goal. I don't have my Etsy sales on here, but that's something that, I also do. It's only probably less than $100 a year because everything sells so quickly on eBay and Facebook before people really get a chance to look at it on Etsy. But it's usually just the custom letters and the wooden and metal letters that I sell. And I don't really sell any clothing, any vintage clothing, mainly because I don't really pick it up. But that might be something that's an opportunity for me in the future once I start learning more about it. So this is kind of like where I'm at right now. And as you can tell, I'm about a little over $8,000 there. And this is total net sales, or net, and it's also net, it's not net sales, it's actually net profit. Hey everyone, so I just got done editing the video and I realized that I didn't do an outro, so I'm gonna do a quick outro. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't, please like the video, and it'd be great if you'd subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do weekly posts. Next week might be 2 posts. I'm gonna try to work on that. And then right now I'm actually going into a new store. It's kind of like a Savers. It's a branch of a Savers. It's called Unique. I'm gonna go check it out for the first time. I might record inside a little bit if I can. But if not, I will catch you guys next time. All right, thanks a lot.